Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is SYAZANA and with my partner SHARIFAH FARZANA, we will explain about the absorption refrigeration cycle. For this topic, we managed to point out 8 points. As you can see, there are objective, introduction, overview, principle, diagram, benefits, real life application and conclusion. So let's move to the first point, which is the objective. The objective that we gain from this topic is to understand how thermodynamic principles are applied in real-world cooling system that particularly use heat instead of mechanical work.
Introduction. What is thermodynamic? Thermodynamic is about the relation between heat, temperature and work. Also, their relation energy and the physical property of matter. Concisely, thermodynamics explains how thermal energy convert to another form or transfer from one place to another place. Law of thermodynamics. First law of thermodynamics. Energy cannot be created or destroyed, but can change to other form and known as the law of conservation of energy. The second law of thermodynamics states that heat flow from a high temperature region to low temperature region. What is a refrigeration system? The refrigeration system is a process that plays a role in lowering the temperature by transferring heat from low temperature in the system to high temperature surrounding and required external work dictated by the second law of thermodynamics, but with heat moving in the opposite direction.
Now, we already know about the refrigeration system. Next, let me explain about what is absorption refrigeration. Absorption refrigeration is a cooling method that uses heat instead of electricity to work. Basically, the normal refrigerator, they will use a compressor or electrical energy for the system. But for the absorption refrigeration, the system is use a heat source to move a special fluid such as a water or ammonia through the system. This fluid will absorb heat and then evaporate, which is create a cooling effect. So, how does this system work? They will regenerate the refrigerants such as like ammonia or water from a liquid to a gas by using heat. So, there are 4 main components that must be included in absorption refrigeration, which is absorber, generator, evaporator and condenser. Next, I will explain about the principle of the absorption refrigeration cycle. As I mentioned before, there are 4 main components in this refrigerator. The first one is the generator, which is heat in order to release the refrigerants vapor that have been absorbed, and this process need heat energy. So basically, the generator need a heat energy as a source to release the refrigerants vapor. Next, for the condenser, they will allow the vaporized refrigerants to cool and condense back into the liquid. For the evaporator, the heat from the region that needs to be cooled is absorbed by the refrigerants, which then evaporates and return to the absorber to begin the cycle. So the evaporator will be the last process in this cycle, and the last one is the absorber. Is in charge of absorbing the gaseous refrigerants and letting it combine with the absorber.
So this is the simple diagram of the absorption refrigeration cycle and what happened in each component. Firstly, in generator, the temperature of concentration solution increased due to heat supply. Second, in condenser, heat removed from refrigeration vapor until condensation. Third, in evaporator, the lower temperature liquid refrigerant at lower pressure absorb heat from surrounding to cooling the air. Lastly, in absorber, absorb the low pressure refrigerants vapor into liquid absorbent and create mix of refrigerants. During the absorption process, refrigerants release the heat and temperature increase. Then, real-life application for absorption refrigeration cycle. For example, air conditioning in large building, solar energy, waste heat recovery system, and geothermal power plant.
Now, let's move to the next point, which is the benefit of using the absorption refrigeration cycle. The first point is system operate quietly due to no moving part, which means that in the normal refrigerator, they will make a little bit noise, but in this refrigerator, there are no noise. Second, eco-friendly and renewable system design, which means that we can use like a panel solar as a source to generate the heat. Third, the low cost maintenance due to no moving part. It's because, as we mentioned before, the system not do the work hardly, so the maintenance is cheap and easy to repair. And the last one is a high expectancy within 20 to 30 years, means that the absorption refrigeration system are very durable.
In conclusion, we get more knowledge about thermodynamics and how law of thermodynamics can related to refrigeration cycle. Also, we understand about absorption refrigeration cycle and their principle working. And we know the basic component with the function in absorption refrigeration cycle and the process happen in each component. Besides this, we'll also discuss about a few application absorption refrigeration in real life and the benefit. This is our reference, and thank you.